I got some good news today, boys. Steam keeps winning. And I know everyone likes that. Everyone knows it's good. I like it. You like it. It's a great thing. Now, in fact, it's one of the best things ever. It benefits all of us. But this time, it's slightly different. It's even better. And you know why? Because by winning, Steam this time has also slapped Activision Blizzard across the face. And that makes me smile.
You know, in a sense, this is like grim and depressing stuff, but honestly, for the scope of this video, man, this is fun. I can't wait. This is a banger, so let's go. Steam's policy just forced Activision to disclose their use of AI in Call of Duty. That hard confirms what, well, we've all seen with our eyeballs, but it also confirms
The six fingers. Kind of funny.
Leaks, including leaks of internal documents that we actually covered a little while ago. But then we zoomed in the story, and when we did, it got worse. And this has got to be seen to be believed. It's not the title we've run with for today's video, I think anyway, but they've literally found a way to profit from your death. Yeah, hilarious. Now, COD has always been a massive money-making machine. Now it looks desperate. Even though it's literally not desperate, it's successful. No, this is not desperation, this is them pushing and pushing. And most egregiously, there is a new system designed to profit from your death in the game. It's all made worse, of course, by AI cheapening what we even see in the game, including our rewards, and that means that it doesn't feel like
I don't care about AI being implemented in games as long as I like the results. I don't care how many artists suffer because of AI. Artists are self-indulgent people who think of themselves as a higher existence than everyone else in this world for literally no reason, but because they can draw a semi-straight line on a piece of parchment while ruining everyone else's day. I detest that. I don't like them. I think they're a menace to society. And I think catering to people like that is the wrong decision.
Like the fruits of their truly absurd, overpriced, complex, layered monetization system. I mean, even just before recording, there was a thing that we thought conferred certain benefits, right? For like buying it for the season. Then we found out it's actually a like stacking thing as you buy it across seasons. This is insane. I'm going to go mad. But don't worry, we'll go mad for you.
That's kind of smart, not gonna lie, because that's something you can't miss out on, technically. But one of the things I want to highlight here is the reality of Activision Blizzard and Call of Duty currently is probably a lot more dire than people realize. Because you need to understand, Call of Duty, Activision, Blizzard, blah blah blah, was acquired by Microsoft. They decided to pay a whopping 90 billion, with a B, monies to acquire them. AK, that's not good. That's not good in the slightest, okay? Because the reality is, Microsoft's not getting anything out of this. Marvel Rivals is still absolutely spitting on Overwatch. Warcraft 3 is forgotten and its legacy tarnished. Diablo 4 is an absolute shallow, dead husk of itself. And World of Warcraft currently is in the highest level of apathy ever seen by anyone. Everyone who plays retail doesn't care. Like, seriously, I make a video completely spitting and shitting all over retail, and no one cares to even try and defend it. Okay? Typically, you have your 10 to 20% of people who are going to be like, no, what you're saying is not true. Always, almost, right? But in World of Warcraft retail's situation, it doesn't exist. No one is defending it. The apathy is just the prevailing dominant force. Okay? So, it's all currently resting on literally Call of Duty to pick up the pieces and make all of the money. Because you see, a decision for Microsoft to spend $90 billion to buy them is not something that's taken lightly, okay? Bethesda with their $7 billion price tag, that's okay. That can fail, but it's still not great. But $90 billion is a big deal, okay? they're gonna push this as hard as they can, because if they can't make this 90 billion buy work, someone's getting fired. Someone's getting axed real hard, okay? So they're gonna try and milk everything they can from Call of Duty at this point.
You, and the upshot is something that costs $70 with a budget of well over 600 million. I mean, COD Blops Cow, yep, that one costs $700 million. Something with that budget and this price tag has never felt so cheap. Let's go. Now, something you don't know about me is that I enjoy building things like this app front end. And
something you don't know about me that I don't care, Believer.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 was the best-selling game of 2024. Per Microsoft, it delivered the franchise's biggest launch ever, it had record day one players, it had substantial Game Pass growth, but also on Steam and PlayStation unit sales were up 60% year over year. And I'm not embarrassed to say that I was
slightly over-exaggerated statistic, because before that, the previous Call of Duty was disaster that sold, what was it, 30-40% less than expected, which is horrible.
One of those sales, and I didn't buy the previous game. I'm part of why those sales were up 60%. And that's because, actually, it's a bloody good game. Seriously, the campaign's one of the best ones in years. I had a lot of fun in the multiplayer, but if I go anywhere near it now, it's all garish brands and insanity that just kind of makes me go, ugh. What it is more, though, is a testbed. A testbed that fully justifies the renewed wave of calls for core multiplayer to become a free-to-play experience matching Warzone, because when you play it, a full $70 game, it feels honestly worse than many free-to-plays, and nothing makes it feel cheaper than this new tactic. Their new tactic is designed to funnel you from death to store, but before that, you need to learn about a patent, because this patent at the time raised eyebrows. It's horrible, and knowing...
Is this gonna be the patent where you get matched against someone who has a gun that you don't have, and that gun is expensive or something like that? Because that's not a new patent, by the way. This exists in a lot of games. It exists in League of Legends for skins, by the way, specifically for skins. You are gonna be matched, if possible, against people who play characters that you play, but they have skins that you don't. Okay? Yeah. So, I wonder what this is going to be.
That it exists, yeah, makes me think about the future of this game. So here's what the patent does in their own words. Quote, match a more expert/marquee player with a junior player to encourage the junior player to make game-related purchases of items possessed/used by the marquee player.
There we go. I forgot about the skill thing, but yes, this is a part of it. How the hell do they get a patent on this? Because other games have almost the same fucking thing. I really don't get it. This is not unique. So many games have this. This is not unique in the slightest, in fact. That's why I knew what this is going to be, because there's literally only one option what it can be.
The idea here is really simple. It's that matchmaking would pair players with no cosmetics against players with loads of cosmetics to entice purchases. Of course, if you know anything about matchmaking, that's not going to be good for game quality. Now, I must be clear, there is no evidence that this has been implemented, right? No evidence. But it is something they've thought of. It's perhaps in the back pocket.
It's hard to implement. They probably have this, but this is not the easiest thing to do, right? If you have cosmetics that you sell in the game and there's like a main city, main town hub, companies will just make bots that stand around the most frequented areas with all the cool looking shiny sets so people want to buy them also. But in these games, it's like, yeah, you can't really target that. You can't really get those people that much, okay? It's kind of hard to target because not a lot of people like... You need to get a person that likes doing X and a person that likes doing also X, and one of these people needs to be poor and the other needs to be a whale. It's not easy to pull off in most cases. So finding evidence for this being implemented is ridiculously hard.
And with that in mind, let's talk about the new change. Whenever someone kills you in Call of Duty, of course, you get a kill cam. The kill cam...
And it shows you what they have.
now displays a prompt to wishlist
Oh.
the cosmetic blueprint of the weapon that just ended your life. It is a direct pipeline to the in-game store, and it's one that exists in a world where they've already designed a matchmaking system that, if implemented, would complement a feature like this perfectly. Right? Oh, lovely stuff. And if you've got a keen memory, you may remember the copy loadout feature from the Modern Warfare 2019 beta. Yeah, you could copy someone's loadout. That's just their loadout. That was a gameplay-oriented feature that was removed before the actual launch of that game. This, though, is worse. This is wishlisting paid-for premium blueprint.
Oh, this is so better. Holy shit, Belio just actually... Okay, so this is how it works. You remove this crap wishlist shit because most people are going to be like, what? I want to spend money. What do you mean? But copy a loadout, and then it shows you this person is using this skin. Would you like to purchase it? Now, that is a step of dissociation. And whenever you're trying to trick people in doing some of these things, you want them to be dissociated from what they would typically do. You want to move their actions a step away from what they typically do. That's how you get them. And that would be that. By the way, Blizzard, I'm hireable, okay?
Now, those are cosmetic.
And I have literally no moral compass, as you probably know.
But they've also got a pre-built attachment setup, which in many cases can circumvent hours upon hours of grinding. I have one real clear example of that. It was the Akimbo Diamatis at a point in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. They were absurdly overpowered. And funnily enough, when a build of them that was very overpowered, that took hours upon hours of grinding to earn, existed, they published a cosmetic blueprint that basically had the OP build. So you could just buy the OP build right now, immediately, and use it. That does not feel good. And there's a funny thing, the prompt only appears on the kill cam. The kill cam is the very thing someone will watch if they want to improve and, you know, kill the guy instead of, well, now being sat watching the kill cam of the guy killing them.
I don't understand the kill cam, okay? Listen, every single competitive COD player, you check their best moments and it's like them killing 3 people from behind who don't even know who he is, and then he gets killed from behind, okay? That's COD. There's not a lot of improvement there.
Now what it does is say, you can buy the thing they killed you with. The implication is perhaps you can then kill that person and other people with that thing that you can buy next time. That feels bad, but it's just one part of what we're going to cover today. I told you this would be a fun video. It is. So yeah, it's turtle time. Few examples are worse than the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover because it demands approximately $90 plus event pass progression to unlock all the awards. So each turtle costs $20 and comes with a custom melee variant, additional cosmetics, and a color-matched weapon blueprint. So, $90, a lot of money. But, of course, we do live in a brand invasion, and that means that...
Is this still COD? Oh, no, even.
We can compare the Turtles' outings in other games. As an example, in Fortnite, all 4 turtles plus their weapons is $32. There you go, Tim Sweeney, man of the people. Injustice 2 has a $20 pack that adds all the turtles plus 2 more characters. Now, Street Fighter 6 does edge Call of Duty out just a little bit at $100 for all of its turtleness, but that's only because they charge for individual sticker sets, which I've got to imagine a lot of people don't buy. But guess what, everyone? The squeeze is actually worse. Crossovers have now got their own separate passes layered on top of the regular battle pass. It's a trend that started with the January Squid Game crossover.
This is a trend that has been happening in gaming for a while. And let me explain this, right? Because everyone will fall to temptation at one point if you have a battle pass that has a free row with the shit, and then it has a row with the premium stuff that's actually really good, right? So this is... Are these from Squid Game? I don't remember. Who are you? Anyway. This is how it works. The more you play a game, the more lucrative, the more good the Battle Pass paid version becomes. Because while you're unlocking all of the typical average useless shit that you don't get, you're seeing the good stuff right there. You're seeing the good stuff right there. And the good stuff is good. That's why we call it the good stuff. Makes sense, right? And the more time you spend playing, the more good stuff accumulates. And at one point, that amount of good stuff is gonna breach most people's value meter, aka how much are you willing to pay for something? Like a very cool skin, are you gonna pay $20 for that? No, one cool skin is fine. But now you have 4 cool skins, 3 weapons, and a dildo because you're getting fucked, obviously. And now you buy it. And now you buy it. A lot of people get got by the battle pass with just a pure simple dot effect that accumulates damage effectively. It's pretty devastating. And the best of the best packs, actually, you know what they do? This is what MTG Arena does, or did. I don't know, maybe they changed it. You had the ability to click on the premium battle pass that will accumulate all of your rewards on one screen, and you will be able to see how much of the good shit you get to buy for $10. Yeah, they literally had a button that summarizes the premium pass, all of the goodies that you get, to just entice you that much further. Now that is evil.
It's over. Now, the game's event pass will offer 2 Foot Clan Ninja operator skins for free, but if you want Master Splinter, you'll need to complete the entire pass and pay an additional $10. Big happy smiles. But that's not all. No, it's not all. There's the Black Cell Premium subscription that adds a cumulative layer to all of this. Yes, cumulative. It incentivizes you to do the premium upgrade every season with cumulative rewards, and when you've got that, well, you get a 10% XP boost. That XP boost, of course, covers every pass through to the end of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and that does include your event passes, which you'll want to progress so you get your turtle stuff. And to make this worse, it's a yearly model. Now, last year's Modern Warfare...
That's, by the way, something I have never seen before. First time I heard about it. From a business standpoint, smart. From a we're just numbers on a spreadsheet perspective, fuck.
3 had skins that did not transfer over to Black Ops 6. I actually didn't know that. They only transferred through to Warzone.
Cheech and Chong, baby!
Fortnite skins will stick around for years. Now, what makes it worse is how this came as a surprise, and it's why it was a surprise to me. Modern Warfare 2 marketed itself in skins carrying over to Modern Warfare 3, and it very much seemed that that was like their overall grand plan, because, hey, they wanted to sell cosmetics. If they're doing that, they should really make sure that from COD game to COD game, not just Warzone, you can keep your cosmetics. Well, that expectation did not hold from Modern Warfare 3 to Black Ops 6, and that means that right now people will be buying these skins without knowing if the next premium game will even support them, which feels bad. But there's one expectation that is being met. It's not a good one. It's that they will leverage AI to cut costs. Not exactly to leverage new technology to be more efficient. Oh, good things. Oh, no. No, just cheap slop. That's what we're getting. You know, as a short-term capitalist, as I'm sure you guys are as well, I'm absolutely thrilled that all of this revenue maxing is being matched by cost cutting. You know, I thought that long-term shareholder value was the goal. This shit doesn't seem like long-term shareholder value to
This shit actually seems exactly long-term share value.
me. But anyway, this is where Mr. Newell comes in. Thank you, Steam. Steam now has got disclosure requirements for AI, and that means that Black Ops 6 now admits this. Our team uses generative AI tools to help develop some in-game assets. The community response was pretty much duh, of course. Now, we've seen the terrible loading screens, the miserably composed art, even whole events that just look like they were shat out of Mid-Journey, but actually somehow worse. Reports also indicate that Activision is mandating this stuff for artists and that they've broken pledges that they made to their team over how far they would go with AI stuff. Now, beyond the visuals...
Good. Fuck the artists.
There's also voices. I use mine. I can't wait to, I don't know, clone my own voice and, I don't know, put myself out of work, I guess. Then I can have no purpose. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, so Activision has confirmed that they are replacing beloved voice actors because, well, they refused to sign the Screen Actors Guild protections against AI exploitation. A funny little shot into this, more of a seasoning. Did you know that Bobby Kotick is, in fact, a union man? He is himself a member of the
Bobby! Bobby is the man of the people. He represents us. He knows what we want. And that mostly is carnage and blood. And Bobby delivers.
Screen Actors Guild because he did have a small role in the film Moneyball. So there you go. I suppose with Bobby being a member of the guild, it's kind of funny that now the company he ran is not really playing nice with the guild. Anyway, these are corners being cut, saving tiny little amounts of money while delivering a worse product, like our six-fingered Santa and all the stupid bullshit. Now, it seems
I couldn't give less of a shit.
insane, but I actually do think I know what their strategy is. This is not about shaving costs now. This is about systemically reducing costs and re-architecting development for long.
Hey, he understands that. So why did you say that this is a short-term solution for investor happiness? I mean, this sounds long-term to me.
Into the future, right? Call of Duty is guaranteed to turn a profit. That will never really be in doubt unless something really spicy happens. But what is now becoming clear is that your $70 game might get you a good COD game at launch, providing Activision give their teams enough time. And you know what, with BLOP 6, I'm happy that I bought that game. I'm happy that I played it. I had a bloody great time. That campaign absolutely slapped. But everything after that launch will just be a case of what Activision thinks they can get away with. And the hard truth is that thus far, customers have proved their strategy right, and they are seeing more and more success. The grandest point of the video is this: Activision's big advantage is they know that no matter how angry people become, they'll have a fresh start every 12 months. I skipped Modern Warfare 3 because it seemed like an absolutely shameless, shat out in no time thing, and the campaign certainly did seem to be that. BLOP 6 didn't look like that. I bought it.
Why is he saying BLOP 6, by the way? Also, I'm starting to not care, Belliard, about the video. 10 out of 10. Anyway, that was Belliard. Bye-bye. Valve keeps on trucking and making people pay for being shit against consumers. Nice.